Hermes from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 15 lining, 15 lining.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Ready? Hey, check 24. Check 24. Under 10. 10.
From the gun, Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mariota. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. first down. Costello. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move into the running game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Watch the pass. Light it up. 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Operating from the gun. Costello. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with a big bang Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now Leonard Fournette, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And get that to Fournette, complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Rip left. Rip left. Mike 36. Mike 36. I'm not ready.
From the gun, Costello. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Jaguars 3.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check. Switch.
To throw is Mariota. Flushed out right.
I got you, boy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
44, Mike.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Hey, Charlie. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get in the weight room. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
3 bucks. Hey, Alpha. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Dude, 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Silver. 57. Go. 57. Hey, here I come.
2nd and 5. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
57 Mike. 57 Mike. And let's pin it. Hey, Team 6. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. They can't hang with us. Mike's 57. Yo, go. We want it. Come to my world. Step.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota flush to his right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Bengals 1st down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mariota to throw it. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, box drop.
2nd and 6. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He completes it to Boyd. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mariota now. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 3, check 6. Bullet, hot, go.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I got you. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Costello. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Costello, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Red 18 Gator. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
On 2nd and 9. Mariota being chased out left. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
He was brought down by Levante David. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Lobo. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch the run. Check H3-2-18. Chopper. Ready.
Throwing on second down. Mariota. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
General, West. Ready, go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Orbit.
Back to throw. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Wide, get wide. Check nickel. Smooth. 55.
They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Ready, go.
A pitch back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Go, go. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Mariota. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
50, plant. You draw quarters. Move to go.
Throwing on first down. Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Costello. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Yes!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
61, matchbox, right, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, 40 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the gun, Costello. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you try.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Get your swarm on. Go. Motion. Hurry up, defense.
On 1st down, Costello. He completes it to Westbrook. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7. Mike 36. Mike 36. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Costello. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 66. Forward. Ready.
And they give this time to the tailback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Cut. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to...
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs off the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit,